Okay, well, we might as well get rolling here. In essence, I'd like to call the,
This conference will now be recorded.
okay, here we go again. We'd like to call the Village of Ashwaubenon Board of Review on Wednesday, October 6th, 2021 to order. With that, we would do a roll call.
President Kardasky. Here. Trustee Paul is excused. Trustee Kubaki.
Here.
Trustee Zerbal.
Here.
Trustee Williams is excused. Trustee Krieger.
Here.
Trustee Flukie.
Here.
And myself, clerk.
Okay, with that, the next order of business is action on the Board of Review minutes. Board of Review regular meeting, June 8th, 2021 at 9 a.m. Is there a motion to approve the
Move to approve.
the minutes as presented?
Second.
With that, any discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Next item of business is to receive the completed assessment roll and recognize the signed assessor affidavit.
I hereby recognize the assessor roll and signature.
With that, is that the formal approval then, Chris? Or do we need to take action as a board?
I think it'd be good just to formalize it.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that, would there be a motion to receive the completed assessment roll and recognize the assigned assessor affidavit
So
as
moved.
so stated by the clerk?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Next action would be to hear an action on waivers, objections, and deliver final determination to each property owner. As I am aware, excuse me, we've received one objection, and that objection is with the Kohler Company, Agent Christina E. Summers, of Reinhardt, Boehmer, and Van Duren, representing the Kohler Company. With that, is there additional information on that then?
I have it.
Okay.
The property address in question is 1950 South Ridge Road, Ashwaubenon, Wisconsin, 54304, parcel number VA-48-3. The property is classified for assessment purpose as commercial. The 2021 value is land $3,808,500. Improvement is $12,991,500 for a total of $16,800,000. So with this, Christina decided not to come here. She gave me the phone number in case we want to call her, but they are asking for a waiver. So it's up to the board if they want to waive or not.
This is a procedural thing, and basically if a waiver is requested, it's typical for the municipality to grant such a waiver, I take it?
I think it could go either way. I think it's certainly probably more the norm to grant a request to a waiver. It is up to the board's discretion as to whether to grant the waiver or not. But I would say it's probably more often than not the board would grant one.
This waiver allows them some additional time to determine their course of action, then I take it?
Yes, what it essentially does is it kind of bypasses the hearing process for today and then allows it, in effect, through, if the board were to accept the waiver request or grant that waiver and formalize it, then the action by the board effectively disallows the matter and allows them, it gets the clock to start ticking as far as their time frame to appeal the decision to circuit court. And so that's what it does, is essentially speeds up that process and also does allow them time to make a determination whether they want to pursue that route.
what would our other options be then, other than not approving a waiver?
You would deny the request for a waiver, and then you would just proceed as if you would have a hearing as if they were here kind of in person. You would also make a determination as to far as whether you want to contact the attorney that's also listed, and if she wishes to offer any input, and allow her to appear by phone if that's what the board would wish to do as well. But otherwise, if you were to deny the request for a waiver, you just proceed with a customary hearing just like you would otherwise.
What is the wishes of the board, I guess, would be the next question.
I don't see any reason why, if they're still looking at options and that, is there any downside to waiting? I mean,
No, it's my understanding too that even if the board, if we were to hear her today, and we don't change the value, she still has the rights to appeal. So either way, she has the rights to go to circuit court regardless. So,
I see no reason to not accept the waiver. I would make a motion to accept the waiver.
I'll second that.
Can I ask a question in regard to the property? I noticed that they asked for a waiver the last assessment, and there's a question on leased land, that they lease the land, but they own the building. Is that still have anything to do with this? And
it's not to do with this particular appeal, but that is true. They got like a lifelong lease on the land. So the building is actually owned by Lodge Kohler, but the property is owned by Packers.
So it has no impact on the assessment per se, or their being able to challenge the assessment?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye relative to the accepting the waiver.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
So we have to stay in session for 2 hours. Should I make a motion to recess?
Pardon me?
Should I make a motion to recess?
Sure.
Chairperson Kubaki, I make a motion to recess until any further objections may arrive at the time, and then we can reconvene into open session.
I'd second that.
With that, any additional discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We are in recess at this time.
Chairperson Kubaki, I'll make a motion to return to regular order of business.
Second it.
Any other discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We wait till 11 to formally adjourn? Okay. Well, we've reached the bewitching hour. So with that, I guess we're pretty much concluded with the Board of Review on this Wednesday, October 6th. And so the next order of business would be a motion to adjourn.
Go ahead.
Move to adjourn?
Second.
And there's a second. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. We are now adjourned. Thank you. Thanks, everyone, for
This conference is no longer being